My homie that I can get back time. I see your energy match mine. I done been fucked up, I done been dead broke with my homies and that's fine. I tell my youngest nigga stop crying. Straight to the money, nigga, max time. You do shit we don't condone. Pillow talking on the phone, suck a nigga to the flat line.
I got niggas in the field drumming, think I'm Dr. Lee. Hit the gas after we peel something, ain't no stopping me. He like, can I get a deal or something if you copping 3? First time I got a couple pints, felt like I copped the key. Qualities and MGP. She said that I'm my asshole, told her that's a fact. Give a fuck who you gon' get, bitch, you won't get them back. I got Millie riding with me, he'll turn into a pack. I be feeling like a Mac in this fucking Cadillac. Who roll up that loud pack, chill out with that fine top. Preferring all these niggas, I be feeling like a bastard. Bad bitch with me, putting dick all by her tonsils. She said she fuck with blow, bro, got something for your nostril. My bitches say I'm different when I leave it, something missing. Sometimes they still don't listen, but I guess that come with pimping. Flocko hit the bitches, bro, find out what they sippin'. Gotta stay up off IG, so
my homie that I can get back time. I see your energy match mine. I done been fucked up, I done been dead broke with my homies and that's fine. I tell my youngest nigga stop crying. Straight to the money, nigga, max time. You do shit we don't condone. Pillow talking on the phone, suck a nigga to the flat line. I done had a long day. I'm from a place where niggas get murdered in broad day. Mostly over pussy, they sweated they fong sway. While I was in the dorm, I need that throw. And shooting all these rifles, Michaela and Kanye. I'm a different type of nigga, boy. Don't fuck with me if you ain't really with it, boy. Skinny, with pride of a midget, boy. And if I want your bitch, I could really get it, boy. I move with a smile, with a mind of a savage. And I love my girl pussy, I crave it like an addict. Fell in love with she, looked at me at a pageant. Her pops went around, so she treated me like a daddy. Understand this, I'm that nigga. And if you got him, you can get bigger. And I ain't type of nigga you get rid of. And now shine from shitter. My homie that I can get back time. I see your energy match mine. I done been fucked up, I done been dead broke with my homies and that's fine. I tell my youngest nigga stop crying. Straight to the money, nigga, max time. You do shit we don't condone. Pillow talking on the phone, suck a nigga to the flat line.
Man, we jumping straight into it, man. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Bills owe me some work, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. Bills owe me. Bills owe me. Y'all tripping. These niggas owe me. I just need 2 dubs. I need 2 dubs and I'm coming back. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Let's get right.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Bills Stadium in upstate New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Chicago Bears. And we are underway in Buffalo. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
What's going on, man? We out here getting real fucking active. I'm not playing.
Allen now on first down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
4 at the 47-yard line.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. None of that. Stephon Diggs, 47 yards. And the Bills have taken the early lead. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Now Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. So pretty interesting. They get the opening drive touchdown. They wanted a little more. They were looking for 8, maybe something they thought about before the game started, I would imagine.
I think you're right about that. That's discussed in your staff meeting. A decision is made. I think the head coach has to blueprint it and say, yes, let's go ahead and do that. In this case, though, let's give some credit to the guys on defense. They gave up the touchdown, but found a way to regroup and keep them out of the end zone for the 2-point play.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
Really made me do that.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 21. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson.
What the fuck?
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, 79 yards. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Andre Roberts. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Man, I've seen that play.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Man, it's only a quick stream, man. I gotta do 2 things for my great grandmother, and I'll be back, man.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following
Just
that
wanted to get at least an hour under my belt.
one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. And he's taken down inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there. He just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Trubisky to throw again. He'll get that complete to his tight end Kmet. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. That is caught by Cohen. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Matt Nagy has made the decision. They're going to go for it here. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the shotgun is Trubisky.
That bitch.
And it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. Oh, the option is Allen. Muscling free near the 40. Oh, he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect
just a
runs
quick
like
little
that
stream,
from a
man.
kick
That's all.
returner or wide
Watch out, set
receiver,
him
but
up.
that's your quarterback hitting top speed. Play action. Now it's Allen. Rolling to his left. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16.
Ichibata, what's going on, beloved?
How about the first half he's putting together?
Watch out, set him up.
Well over 100 yards already with that last catch.
What's going on?
They'd be well served to keep looking his way.
Quick little stream, man. Just left a little job interview. We out here, man.
Operating from the red zone now.
Got him.
Allen
Touchdown.
escaping the pressure right.
Oh.
And this is going to be
Fucking
intercepted.
bitch.
Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Let's get right, man.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
12 yards there and a first down.
Let's get right. We out here.
Here's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky, and he completes it to Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
Trubisky throwing complete to Kmet, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Chicago.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And it's caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Bitch ass nigga
Mitchell
call me
Trubisky
in
to
the mid
Allen
plays, bitch
Robinson.
ass.
And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point.
This bitch ass. How much
He's having
time?
a
You got
nice
30
little
seconds.
first
You
half here
got too much time on the
And it's
clock.
a first half that
Watch this.
leaves
Watch how
us
I doing.
anticipating
Watch how I doing.
what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns
Watch how I
already
doing.
here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Watch how I
And if you're not done with that, Philly's got 2 words for you.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about,
Watch this.
hey, we got shot at points already. We're already in a spot where
you
you're thinking you got
watch
3
this.
on the
I ain't
board
about
for
to fuck
sure,
around with
and to
this
come
thing.
away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check. Crunch.
Touchdown.
Allen off the play fake. Going
Got him.
deep for
Touchdown.
Diggs. It's
Told you.
caught inside the
That's much
25.
time on the clock.
Oh, yeah.
And all the way
That's much time on
home
the
for a
clock.
Bills
We out here.
touchdown. Stephon Diggs as the first half is winding down. And the Bills have retaken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived.
Fuck
2
outta
plays
here.
later, they're in the end zone
Watch
and back
this.
out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch.
signature?
And he'll get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful.
14. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a good return as he'll be
Watch
stopped
this.
just shy of
Watch
the
me work.
30-yard line.
The Bears
Watch me
take
work.
over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Watch me work.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about
Good shit,
And now
Jordan.
this is intercepted. My goodness. picked off by Jordan Poyer.
Good shit, Jordan.
Ever.
Fuck wrong with you, man?
Ever.
You don't score.
Ever. Come by here. Okay?
The Bills take
All right.
over first and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line
I'm
of
gonna score
scrimmage
again.
with
Watch
31
this.
now on first and 10.
I'm gonna score again. Watch this.
Watch the screen. Kill.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. But gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game.
Watch y'all doing. Hey, man, thanks for tuning in, man. Whoever in there, man. Whoever tuned in, thank you. I appreciate everything, man. It's here for a quick stream. We'll be back.
Now, here's Trubisky.
And
this is going to be incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL. But if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Here's Trubisky to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
And the Bears first down.
You're not better than me. Snake's not better than me. Underneath everything.
Now Trubisky on first down. Buying time to his left. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
31's the mic. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
A gain of 13 yards.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. A.J. Klein able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard. He'll buy some time right. And his throw is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try and pass downfield with the fellow incomplete.
And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Okay. Matter of fact, the rookie about to work. The rookie about to work.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a first and 10.
Feed him, right?
They'll start on the ground with Moss. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Allen going to keep it. And he's got room. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. They were trying to go to Brown once again.
That's another Bills.
On play action, Allen. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and that'll bring up second down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
You got a horse right, let him work.
On second down now.
Keep going.
It's Moss,
3 yards, right?
and he'll take this one down to the 36. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Left side caught by Diggs. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Back now in Buffalo. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity.
We locked in.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
On the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Trubisky. Forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Trubisky to throw again. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears have broken the tie. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost. Him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. On first down, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Singletary. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, just like last play.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go, just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Allen's throw is complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
What?
And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6.
This nigga fumbled, bro.
This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Santos now to add the PAT.
Wow, bro. This nigga fumbled, bro.
And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bills 21.
This nigga dead ass fumble, bro. Did I get that? I ain't even get that, bro. That's 5 minutes, we good. Wow, bro.
The kickoff for Chicago.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
He's tripping. Game not over.
And this carries into the end zone. Now on the return.
Oh my
the ball
God,
is
what
loose.
the fuck?
Nothing here.
That should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Wow,
The score, Bears 42, Bills 21.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
I'm about to rock with a different team next game and for the next couple of games. I ain't
Bills
gonna
come to the
hold
line
you.
to start their next drive.
Bills
They're
kind of
down
might be a
big here
little.
late. I don't know. You just
Put him to the side for a little second.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver.
That's crazy,
and they'll make it 3rd down.
That's that ass crazy, man.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen, eluding the pressure right. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Let's get it poppin'. Let's get it poppin'.
Dawson Knox, 79 yards. And the Bills cut into that lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion,
That's actually low-key. That's actually my fault because the pressure started getting put on me on the offensive
there's no
end.
doubt with a 2-score game, they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Tyler pass to kick off for Buffalo.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, Trubisky going to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. That one goes for 30 yards.
48-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
A loss of 12 brings up third down.
On third and long, it's Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
They'll take over first down and goal.
These niggas had back-to-back fumbles. Like, how the fuck you have back-to-back fumbles,
Well,
my
they
nigga?
probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll run forward Montgomery. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They try again with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears use this short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Two back-to-back fumbles, like.
Oh, did the Bears get it? They did. Chicago football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead.
Yo, what's good, Tom? What up, y'all?
Interesting
It's
call.
some bullshit right now, my
I think because they
nigga.
have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. Going up top for Miller. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The Bills on some nut shit, bro. We're gonna ride it dog with these niggas, though. I'm just go back to what the fuck we had going on before. Come on, bro. We out here, man. I need 2 fucking wins so I get off, man.
EA
So
Sports
Fuck
coverage
you.
of the National
Fuck
Football
you.
League brings
Fuck
us
you.
to legendary
Fuck
Lambeau
you.
Field in
Fuck
Green
you.
Bay.
Fuck you.
No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go from Lambeau. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Tyler Irvin on the return. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
Switch.
Throwing again. Rodgers. Flushed out right. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But it...
They give me that, huh? man. Still search, man. Man, let's get right, man. What the fuck?
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Bill Stadium in upstate New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons.
Fuck, man, let's get right.
Sterling Hawkwrichter to kick off.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Right here. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Shift. Watch the shift.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Here I come again.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Watch the safety creep. Eyes up, eyes up, eyes up. 46, boys, 46. Pass 85, pass 85. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. No, no, no. Off, off, off.
They do go for it. Here's Allen. Dancing to his left. And he's able to find Diggs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch that.
Allen off the play fake. Finding Knox there, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36.
To throw, it's Allen. And this one's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Any day.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That goes for a gain of 31. And again, it's Allen. That is caught at the 7-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run. Here's Moss. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 4th and goal.
Allen gonna go on 4th down, escaping the pressure right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
First quarter with no score.
2nd quarter now, Falcon football. They're looking at 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game.
Come by here.
Get a win, but it was a disconnect win, so it's going to count on my record, but it's not going to count against.
And the defensive back have a lot in common.
It's not going to count against the wins. These 2 wins that I need.
They've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Let's go, rookie.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to run the ball. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
Watch me get in here. So I ain't pussy.
Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it.
Strip that ball.
Yeah.
Here's Allen to throw it. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe you're not mentally prepared to go that 4th
Right, we back on defense. This is where we having fun. I gotta get back to having fun. See, I've been fucking up, yo. See?
After the
I ain't even
touchdown
fully
pass
focused
to
on
kick
the
it
game
away.
and shit.
Here's Powell on the return.
I got focus
and up
on
to about the
having fun on
26-yard
defense.
line, just across the 25.
I'm not putting that work in on defense, having fun on
About
offense.
set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the
putting
line.
that work
They'll
on
be
defense.
searching to dip the scoreboard for the first time, now down 8-0 as they begin with a 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Being chased out left. Going, and this will be caught at the 30. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play here for the Bills. And even 50 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
The Bills are running.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
What the fuck I know.
Pass to kick off for
Stop
Buffalo.
trying to do
After the
shit.
touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Powell on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10, it's Ryan again. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Let's get fucking right, man.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been a good first half so
Come
far.
by here.
14-0.
Okay.
Guys here, they can really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Into double coverage, and it's
stared at him too
intercepted.
long.
Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
I stared at him. That's my fault.
To the 32-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Ryan. Steps away to his left. He completes this to Russell Gage. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a draw play for Gurley. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2nd and 5 now. Ryan buying time to his left. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20.
Woo, yeah!
And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Bills 21, Falcons nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Flush to his right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst, 38 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. This will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with the 1st and 10. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox.
Dawson Knox. That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
From midfield, here's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
How did he not throw that up?
At the 20. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll set up the throw from the gun. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. To throw again. Ryan. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Falcon 1st down.
Operating from the gun. Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Got some room at the 30. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
That one was intended for John Brown. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
49.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And it's second down.
Second and 10.
Throwing again. Ryan. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes, his second sack of the night. Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan.
Come on. How the fuck is that even? Come on, Hayden Hurst.
He takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
A gain of 40 yards.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Ryan.
Yo, how the fuck is he getting burnt like that, though?
Touchdown, Atlanta. Hayden Hurst, his second touchdown of the night. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. He's at the 30, 10, 5.
You gotta love it, baby. Give me some.
Score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here's Powell on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards. They go play action now. Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown.
Touchdown.
Julio Jones. 34 yards. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the next-gen stats show him reaching at a top speed of 20 miles an hour. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Darquez Denard there to make the tackle. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Singletary again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. No dice for Sean McDermott in the offense. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Back to throw. And it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Gurley. And a short gain here down to the 22. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. On 3rd down, Ryan. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line, knock it on the door. A good run of 6 yards there gets them closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is now to gimme.
Coup for the extra point.
For the point after.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That will tie the game, 28 all. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. To throw is Allen, forced out to his left. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
John Brown, incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And now he's going to use his left. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
Allen on the keeper. Fumble on the play. Recovered by Atlanta.
Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. This from 55 yards out. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's Powell on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Dancing to his left. And his pass incomplete.
The keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's third down. And 9 yards to go.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. From the gun, Ryan. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. On first down, Ryan. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
To throw again on 2nd down, Ryan. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So 3rd down coming up. And Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4 down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. Now Gurley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Ryan. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Don't give him nothing. Don't give him nothing.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. And down inside. inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Gurley again here on first down. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Great game, bro. Great game.
They'll run it here with Smith. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
We dominate today.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check three.
On the carry, here's Smith. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. On the ground, this is Smith. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So they say forget the field goal and the lead. They're going for the win in OT here on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column.
Tonight's final score.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.